It's time to go qualifying here at the BP Adelaide Grand Final. Over to you, Neil Crompton.
And isn't this going to be a spectacular session for all the reasons that you've both just outlined a few moments ago? There are so many different stories, and so far from a practice viewpoint, the story's been about Cam Waters. Fast man in practice 1 yesterday, Thursday, and he set a benchmark number that he further improved by the best part of more than half a second today in the next practice session. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. There's going to be a flurry of activity at the back end of this, and we've got numbers on the board at the moment from Courtney, Wood and Payne, who are all trending towards an improvement. That could be important for Courtney because that will get him in. It could be very important for Matt Payne, could get him in here as well. Here's Courtney to the line. Snowy River Caravan's entry is in, position number 5. Important for him. Woody punches a big number and he's tucked in behind his teammate. Position number 2 for the young Kiwi. Walkinshaw Andretti United currently 1 and 2. Richard Harris writing notes there, the engineer for Wood. Jones is just on the wrong side of the line at the moment from Randall, from Payne, from Cameron, LeBrock, but Brown and Allen are now clinging by their fingernails, sprinkling, and there's weather. There's weather on the horizon. 30 seconds or less remaining in the session now. It won't necessarily affect those completing a lap. Is he going to be able to jag a lap, Matt Payne? And he answers it emphatically. Position number 2, and his teammate sucks along there as well. He's gone into position number 3 and keeps the dream alive.
Nice job by Kai Allen there to follow Matty Payne into what was a great result. Brock Feeney comes up now. Cam Waters comes up 9 spots into 4th. Will Brown has escaped the drama. He's up to 7th. Thomas Randall comes up 10 spots to 6th. So Brown at the moment with a 19.45 stays in. Ryan Wood's going faster. Brody Kostecki to the top of the timesheets with a 19 dead. Brown drops to 9th. Cooper Murray's gone up. Cam Waters, that number that he did before, he's just had a curb strike, so he won't be able to improve on this last lap. Ryan Wood comes up to 2nd.
And Brown is now 10th. If there's anybody out there to complete a lap that could threaten here, Will Brown could fall out of this top 10 and therefore not progress into the next group. With some weather lurking, and Heimgartner's going very fast. The cumulative of his lap could get him into the 10 here. This could change the game, and it does. Brings him up into position number 2, 1/100th away. And that punches Will Brown down to position number 12.
Di Pasquale also improved there straight away. After that curb strike, he did a 19.1. So Kostecki, Heimgartner, Wood, Di Pasquale, Payne, Mostert, Allen, Murray, Waters, Feeney.
Feeney in 10th, Mark.
Yeah.
So is he under threat with anybody completing their laps here at the moment?
Feeney up 3 spots to 7th.
Talk about hanging on by your fingernails. Looks just a tiny bit lighter out there at the moment. I haven't spotted a wiper in the background, so the conditions are still favourable. Inside 2 minutes.
They're going to get another lap, these guys. Guys at the front here will get this next lap. There's 1 minute 45 remaining. So let's see what the Feeney number becomes. And it does improve 4 spots. Goes up to a 19.2, but he'll be looking to optimise this next lap.
It'll be the subsequent laps.
Yeah.
If we're going to see some Hollywood numbers here. And that's been a consistent story with the soft tyre on occasion this year. Kostecki's 19.1 still stands at the moment. Ryan Wood's moved up into position number 2. Shell V-Power Racing Mustang is the fastest at the moment. From the Mobil 1 truck assist entry of Ryan Wood, the Red Bull Ampol racer of Brock Feeney's just gone faster in Sector 1 on this lap. So it is the subsequent lap where we'll get the fireworks. Waters, who is the fastest man across the first 2 practice sessions, he's in the punch up here at the moment. He's sitting in 6th.
Yeah, nice job by Cam there through turn 11. No margin on the right-hand side. We already saw him bump the fence on the way into turn 1. Never seen that before. So he's trying to optimise every millimetre of this racetrack.
Meantime, Brody's gone quicker in Sector 1. And Waters now to the top on a 19.1, and he's got 1/100th up his sleeve over Brody, who's flying out there at the moment. We'll get a read on his second sector in just a tick as we go to Brock. Final corner for him.
Seconds. This is going to be good.
Made its apex, no wheel spin out the other side from second gear. We're inside 30 seconds. We're going to sort out a boost mobile pole as Feeney punches an 18. It's an 18.9 for a provisional pole. Mostert up into position number 2. Feeney gets the curb strike on the subsequent lap. What's going on in the background here? It's a smouldering R&J Batteries car in the background. Might be an engine issue. And into the wall goes Kostecki with a big shunt in the final corner. So that's a heart-in-mouth moment inside that garage. It's all going off at the back end of the session.
He could have been on pole then, because Kostecki was actually faster at the second cumulative by 1/10 of a second on Feeney. So what they're going to have to be really careful, they're going to have to tell this bloke that there's oil down there, or you'll have another car in the fence.
But his numbers, Mark, are spectacular. He's got to negotiate this last corner without slipping off. There's junk on the road, the flags are flying. It's a giant pressure moment, and it's a big lock-up for Waters, and it ruins the back end of the lap. What a disaster for what was a perfect lap to that point, and changes the outcome. What a session.
Yeah, copy that, mate, copy that.
Oh, my goodness.
I think everyone's going to have a similar drama in that last sector now.
What a conclusion to quali for race number 32. The view from Brodie Kostecki's car. The Heimgartner car loses an engine, spits oil. Kostecki gets caught on it. Waters is flying. He steps on it, locks the right front. He wanders off the edge of the road. This is the peril of the game.
Absolutely. Does not get any more cruel than that for Kostecki and Waters. Kostecki's numbers were so good, he was about 1/10 faster. He was going to do an 18.8 compared to Feeney, and got caught with the oil at the final corner, damage to the front of the Shell V-Power Mustang. And Andre Heimgartner despondent, walking off. He was also on a very good lap. The numbers that he had there were almost exactly the same numbers as Feeney when that thing blew up. And that's the oil. You can see the trail of oil, and he escapes off turn 13 into 14 and into the tyres.
And you heard him in the background on the radio like, oh, can you believe it? And I'm paraphrasing, but a couple of points to make here. That is a new qualifying record at this venue, but it's also a new seasonal qualifying record for Brock Feeney. Here's the onboard. Slip, slip, slip and slide, locked up. It's a horrible feeling. It goes on forever, and the thump into the tyre barrier at the end of it. So congratulations to Brock Feeney. 17 Boost Mobile poles. That's the Waters moment as well. That's a new record, and eclipsing what Scott McLaughlin achieved brilliantly back in 2017.
Yeah, absolutely superb. Brock Feeney, he's been the benchmark qualifier. On board here now with Cam. Have a listen, because the inside front wheel's locked, just ran wide.
You see the lock lights.
The lock lights on the dash. And then this is why.
Well, we caught a glimpse of the car in the background, and here's why. So it's had a monumental of some description, and it's poured oil all over the final complex. So here's how they'll line up for the race this afternoon. Race number 32, 32 laps, 100 Ks. Your pole sitter is going to be Brock Feeney, and he is going to start alongside Chaz Mostert. Second row of the grid's going to be Cam Waters and Brodie Kostecki from Ryan Wood and Cooper Murray. Then we've got Kai Allen,